Bradlee.
And we are the We Reporters. We have here Mr. JP from JP Public Relations. How are you today?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good.
So I would like to know what you do here at JP Public Relations.
Well, we're a public relations firm. We're a full range. We offer full range of services for clients. We represent some high-profile people, and we do a lot of press releases for people. People love to be exposed, so that's what our job is, to expose clients.
Cool, so you're a PR company.
Yeah. PR company, PR agent. I've been given all the names in the book.
All the names.
Yeah.
You know, PR, doesn't it stand for personal relationships?
Public relation. But personal is good. I've never heard that one before. That's a good one, Bradley.
Practically, what you do is promote other businesses.
I promote businesses and people. People come to me when they need to be covered by the media.
Okay, wait, I have a question. Could you promote us?
Sure. Quite simple. You guys are talented. You guys would be very easy for me to promote.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
About how long have you had this business running for?
38 years I've been in the PR business.
Wow, so since 1980 or?
I was like 14 years old when I got into PR. At about age 10, I ran my own Kool-Aid stands. I had franchises in the area. And I'd get on my bike. And roll around the different streets and collect nickels and dimes and get the people to pay their franchise royalties.
Don't worry, I've been there. I've done that with lemonade in the summertime. It's not worth it.
It was pretty profitable. I had something like 50 kids working for me.
Must have been in a good neighborhood with lots of people.
Yeah. 12. I was about 12 years old when that happened.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
It must have felt like so weird at such a young age to start a business already.
That was quite fun. I was an entrepreneur, I think, by the age of 7. Yeah, by the age of 7. I used to like dabbling and finding and thinking of creative ways of, enterprising myself in the business world.
I've heard from past media conferences and things like that you actually lost your vision at age 24. Is that correct?
Correct.
And
Go ahead.
how exactly did that happen?
I had a penicillin reaction. That's what happened. I had a bout of pneumonia, and it took a couple of years, so I've been told by doctors, for it to have really affected the eyes. I didn't go blind right away, but my eyes started becoming fuzzy. And I remember one morning being on the 427. It was just thanks to by me driving a Corvette that I didn't kill myself, because my eyes were going fuzzy. I had my T-bars off on my car. I had the sun visor up. And all I was doing was squinting all the way to my office on the Queensway. And then all of a sudden, I just really squinted hard. And by the time I realized I've come to a stop, my front end of the Corvette was about 2 feet under a tractor trailer. So if I wasn't driving a Vet, and if that was a 74 Corvette, if I was driving in a bigger car, if the car hood was about 5 inches higher than the Corvette, I would have just totally demolished the car. Wow. You know, when I used to go to school, I never got days off. I had to skip. Always skip. But I want to tell you, kids, something. You got to stay in school, because I was a little bit lucky. Okay? My life was a bit lucky, because I dropped out at grade 10. And that wasn't a smart move to make at that time, because for at least 3-4 years, I struggled very, very hard. And believe it or not, until I became blind, my success started. That's the honest to God's truth. And I always tell people, if I had known the type of success I was going to experience being blind, I would have asked to have been blind 4 or 5 years earlier because I might have stayed in school. And
Wow.
unfortunately, I didn't. And then when I became blind, I had a year of real depression, down to earth depression like you couldn't believe. And I was afraid, I was insecure, I was basically felt all alone. I was hoping one morning I'd wake up and the nightmare would be gone, but the nightmare kept going and coming on every morning. I basically blew up to weight-wise to about 290, 395. Okay, almost 400 pounds. I was one of the most pathetic people you would ever want to meet at that point. I don't mean to inflate your story, but this is a very important part of my life. And my hair was down to here. I didn't bathe for months at a time. Months at a time. I had no gumption. I had no will. I had no inspiration. I had no one to encourage me other than one person. That was my wife. My wife, Paulette, which is that lady up there. And we went out 2 years prior to me going blind. And she stuck with me and she hung in there. And she kept telling me that I was a smart guy before I became blind. And a smart guy, you're the same smart guy being blind. You just got to figure out ways of making your life work.